Welcome to This Explainer. Have you ever wished you could literally clone yourself? Or, at least clone the part of you that's stuck doing tedious, repetitive data gathering every single day? Well, today we are looking at something that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's entirely real, and it's happening right now. We're going to dive into the secret behind a self-learning AI agent that wakes up, puts in the work, and delivers completely polished results before you've even poured your morning coffee. We're talking about the Hermes AI Agent.
To really grasp this massive shift, we've got a clear path ahead. We'll be covering 1. The always-on AI agent, 2. Connecting Telegram for control, 3. Automating manual research tasks, 4. The power of persistent memory, and 5. Calculating your monthly savings. Let's explore how this can absolutely slash your operational costs.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the always-on AI agent.
So imagine this fantasy of waking up to completely automated finished work. The source material shares this incredible reality of Hermes. It's an open-source AI built by Nous Research, which is actually one of the biggest open-source AI labs in the world. Imagine a digital worker that doesn't need a morning alarm or any manual prompting from you whatsoever. It simply wakes up at 9 a.m., surfs the web, reads the top posts on Hacker News, writes up a comprehensive summary, and drops the whole thing straight to your phone. It's doing all the heavy lifting while you're sleeping, watching a movie, or stuck in a meeting. You hand it a job exactly once, and it just gets it done. Now, there is a stark contrast between the standard AI tools you might be used to playing with and an always-on agent like Hermes. Think about it. With standard bots, what happens the second you close your laptop lid? The agent goes to sleep, the work completely stops. If your Wi-Fi blinks out, the agent dies. Hermes changes this dynamic entirely because it lives on a VPS, a virtual private server. The source specifically highlights using a host like Hostinger, which essentially gives you a dedicated computer sitting in a data center somewhere that literally never turns on. And because that server runs 24/7, your agent runs 24/7. It's always available, totally isolated, keeping your data completely private while it's just constantly working in the background.
Moving right along to Section 2, connecting Telegram for control.
Setting up this remote control is shockingly simple. You just open up the Telegram app, talk to the bot father, generate a token, grab your personal user ID, and paste it right into Hermes. And that's it. You totally bypass those clunky, complicated dashboards. You're now just texting your agent the exact same way you'd text a coworker. Pull out your phone, shoot over a message, and the agent instantly goes to work.
Which brings us to Section 3, automating manual research tasks.
Consider this massive business problem. Imagine trying to manually track daily changes across the biggest AI labs in the world. You'd have to constantly check their homepages, their product pages, the pricing updates, their blogs. Doing all of that manually every single day and then trying to write a cohesive report on it, usually that requires hiring an entire market intelligence team. It is tedious, it's incredibly time-consuming, and let's be honest, it's highly prone to human error.
But here is where Hermes shows its true power. You send a single prompt from your phone asking it to monitor OpenAI, Anthropic, Google's Gemini, and xAI's Grok. Hermes tackles this by literally splitting itself into 4 parallel agents. It's wild to see. One agent goes to OpenAI, another simultaneously hits up Anthropic, the third goes to Gemini, and the fourth heads to Grok. They read, summarize, and compare everything in parallel. Fast forward about 8 minutes, and your phone pings. Hermes just delivered a fully formatted PDF report detailing exactly what each of those massive companies changed in the last 24 hours. 8 minutes. For a task that used to take a human hours, if not days?
And the crazy part? It is not just text. This agent handles complex visual tasks seamlessly too. The source describes asking Hermes to go to a YouTube channel, grab the 12 most recent video thumbnails, combine them into a beautifully formatted 4x3 PNG grid, and send it back. So Hermes opens a browser, downloads the images one by one, uses an image library to build the grid, saves the file, and shoots it over to Telegram. The total time for all of that? About 90 seconds. This completely eliminates the hours of manual downloading, dragging, and dropping you'd normally suffer through in photo editing software.
So let's jump into Section 4, the power of persistent memory.
Now, the phrase persistent Docker volumes might sound super technical, but the concept is actually beautifully simple. Think of it as a permanent, self-updating notebook for your AI. With standard AI, every single time you start a new chat, it has amnesia. It completely forgets who you are. But with Hermes hosted on this system, every skill it learns and every memory it builds survives, even if the server completely restarts. It never has to figure things out from scratch. It literally reads its own notes, meaning your agent gets smarter and faster every single day.
Let's look at how this totally transforms your daily workflow. Normally, if you want an AI to write a script for you, you have to manually copy and paste your brand guidelines, your specific tone, and your old transcripts into every single session. It's exhausting, right? Hermes instead creates a persistent user profile. You tell it once, hey, my content style is simple, punchy, curiosity-driven, and jargon-free. Hermes actively updates your profile. Tomorrow, you don't have to explain who you are. A month from now, it already knows your content calendar. Instead of repeatedly pasting your preferences to an AI that just forgets, Hermes remembers, permanently.
And it goes way beyond just remembering facts. It actually writes its own code. In the source material, after analyzing a YouTube channel, Hermes generated a notification saying, "Skill created, YouTube channel analysis." The AI didn't just write the script, it learned exactly how to write the script for the future. The underlying files literally rewrite themselves based on how you use the agent. Because it actually learns and creates new skills on its own, it requires way less editing over time. A year from now, this agent will have accumulated more context on your business than a brand new human hire.
Let's move to our final segment, Section 5, Calculating Your Monthly Savings. When you actually compare Hermes to a traditional team, the numbers are just staggering. Based on the source's estimates, handling daily competitor data scraping, summarizing long articles, and drafting content required multiple dedicated human roles. You'd need a market intelligence or research analyst at around 80,000 rupees a month. You'd need a content assistant at maybe 40,000 rupees a month. And you might even need a video producer or editor at 60,000 rupees a month just to handle asset compilation. These are massive, recurring monthly salaries for tasks that are, frankly, largely repetitive. By consolidating these specific, repetitive tasks, the scraping, the summarizing, those rough first drafts, into a single, always-on AI agent, a business can save nearly 200,000 rupees a month. Guys, that's 24 lakhs a year. But the source makes a really crucial point here. This isn't necessarily about firing your team. It is about freeing your team. You let Hermes do the boring, robotic, repetitive stuff so your actual human employees can focus on high-level strategy, creativity, and the things that only humans can do. As we wrap up this explainer, we really have to look at the reality of the modern remote workforce. The technology is already here, it is open source, and it is incredibly powerful. So the ultimate question remains for scaling your operations. Are you going to continue paying premium salaries for manual, repetitive data processing? Or are you ready to deploy your own self-learning, always-on agent? Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time as we continue to unpack the future.